Lois Kim.
Lois Kim,
Rolling
Q
and
Lois Kim.
Rolling in action.
Oh, okay, my director. Anyway, guys, hola, my loves. Welcome to yet another amazing episode of course, here. Jackie Matubia. If you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe, share, like this video, and of course, comment down below and tell us, how do you invest? Today it's all about investments, and I have an amazing lady here. Karibu niseme here in studio. Hey, nimezoea TV. And I have a lady, of course this is our studio, and I have a lady here who's from being my boss to an amazing friend. And guys, she is the mogul. She has built a big empire, which is Amara Realty. What is Amara Realty? She will tell us about it, but I've been talking to you guys about Amara Realty. It is a place where you can invest for your future and the future of your kids. Buy land. They have land, Pale Ruiru East, going for 1.4 million only, guys, for the future of your kids. And I don't want to say everything. Watch it tumpatie. She goes by the name none other than Jane of Amara Realty. Hi, Jane.
Hi, Jackie. How are you?
I'm good.
Asante sana. I'm so delighted. And thank you for having me.
Definitely. Thank you for having. And by the way, this is a good thing of just trying to tell young ladies out there, young ladies how to invest. Yes. Unajua mtu anasikia 1.4 million anasikia hiyo ni pesa kidogo. I just want you to just let us know how you started Amara Realty and how it grew and how you are able to acquire all these acres of land and now starting to sell to us. Yeah.
Maybe even before I talk about Amara Realty, it's good that people know who is Jane.
Yeah, who is Jane?
Yes. Yeah. Now, Jane, my background is accountancy. I have done accounting. I have worked in accounting for quite a number of years. And I left to do what I'm doing today, the real estate. And it's been an amazing journey. And I learned a lot whilst I was in employment. Yes, and the dream for the real estate started way back when I was in my 20s. That's when I really felt that I needed to do this. It didn't materialize until much later, but it was a dream, and it came to pass. Yes.
So you decided now to what was that thing that made you wake up one day and say, you know what? I just want to do this. Nini ulifanya? Unajua, personally, even having kids, it's like baby fever inakushika. Oh, I want a mini me. What was just that one thing, and you just woke up and decided, you know what? I wanna do real estate. I want to invest in real estate, and I want to start a business.
Real estate company.
Yeah.
As I said, it was not a one-day event.
It was okay.
It is something that kept growing. Every time I would, when doing my New Year resolutions, I would always say I'll start a real estate company.
Yeah.
And it went on year on year on year. So the dream grew and grew until the right opportunity came. And a friend of mine took me to Kangudo Road, and that's where I bought the first parcel of land. And from that time, that's when now the dream came alive, and we started what we're doing today. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So being, most businesses they say it's a men's world, and mostly the real estates I've seen mostly are owned by and directed by men. How was it as a woman? Women, we go through a lot by the. If you guys don't know, when it comes to starting businesses, because you find most women shy off from men ruled businesses and just try and settle into this. For example, e.g. Jackie Matubia to salons, etc. How was it? How has been the journey?
For me, the journey has been great. I said I was an accountant.
Yeah.
And being an accountant, it's more, okay, there are a lot of ladies in that field, but there are also men. And the way I grew in my career from accountancy, I became the head of finance and operations, GM. By the time I was leaving, I was pretty much prepared for what I'm doing today. And I've never woken up and thought I'm in a male-dominated field. It's never clicked. Yes, because I've learned to do things the way men do them. So I have never freaked out that it's a male-dominated field. In fact, there are people who tell me, how do you survive in this male-dominated field? For me, it's never been an issue, and I thank God for the fact that He has brought me. And I'd also say that really, I think it's been a step of faith. For me, it was a leap of faith that I took to leave a job and get into what I'm doing today. It was a step of faith to jump and, you know, decide now I'm going to become my own boss and, you know, get into all this.
Ah, okay. That's amazing. So, you started your company.
Yes.
Amara Realty. Amara Realty, where Amara? Will you come up na jina Amara?
I am a firm believer in the grace of God. Because that's what carries us through. It's not who we are, it's not how much we have done, it's not how educated we are, but it's a grace of God, it's a favor of God. So when you, Amara simply means God is gracious. And that's a reason why it's been a journey of grace. So that's a reason I called it Amara. And it's been awesome. Yes. Amara, before Amara, I was running another real estate company. And I rebranded to Amara because that resonated with me, and I felt that's a name I needed to carry through for generations to come. And that was last year in February. Yes.
So you're planning 1 year this next year? Actually,
no, we've done 1 year already. Yeah, we did 1 year in February. Yes, so next year we'll be celebrating 2 years.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So tell us about the first, you told us about the first parcel you bought in Kambundo. Now, how did you start now selling to people?
The first time I sold land, even before I registered a company, it was by word of mouth. You know, Jane is selling this, she has delivered, please check her out. And I got friends of friends of friends coming to invest. So that's the way I began. And right now, with Amara Realty, for the last probably 1.5 years or thereabout, we've been able to do 12 projects. 12 projects, 10 of them in Ruiro and another 2 in Anyuki. That's what we've been able to deliver. And it's been most of it referral. Yes, you hear about us maybe on social media, but a lot of the people who come back to us are people who have been referred by somebody who bought it. So somebody comes in and they come with a whole family, relatives and cousins. And yes.
That's amazing. I remember there's a time you told us about a story of you had written some kuna land ulikuwa umenunua and then you wrote it down in your diary and then
yes, that was back in 2010.
Yes.
And you see how long my journey began?
Yes,
2010. I was still thinking about
Imagine
land. So I decided I'm gonna look for land and was very specific. I needed land on Thika Road. So I took the newspaper and checked what was available. So I got an acre of land. The person who was selling an acre of land for 400,000 along the proposed bypass. That time it was proposed.
It was not even.
We didn't even know what a
bypass is.
So I wrote it down. That was an acre. A quarter was going for 120, and I wrote down. I wrote down the number of the person who was selling. I called the number. The person didn't pick. So in my diary, I tried to call, he didn't pick, call again. Fast forward, I saw it in 2017. And I was like, oh no.
Right now, how much is this land going for?
That time, you know, people were quoting like an acre about 60 million, depending on where it is, how close it is to the bypass. And I was like, oh my God. Even if I bought from 400. I could be sitting on 40 million, 60 million.
You know? But
I missed that bus. Do I regret? Absolutely not. Because for me, that's a lesson that I have learned. And that's the reason why I'm so passionate about the real estate. Because it's one of the places where you can grow your wealth in the real estate. Because land, we don't manufacture land. So we're not making any more of land. So what is available is what people are going for. A few years back, Kiambu Road, somebody would hear Kiambu Road and they're thinking, who wants to go to Kiambu Road?
I know, it is a whole bush.
People used to associate Kiambu Road with thuggery and all, coffee. So nobody wanted to be on Kiambu Road. Today, everyone wants to be on Kiambu Road. People can't afford. We can't afford to be on Kiambu Road. Why? The prices have skyrocketed.
I can imagine.
In the Degwa, you'd get 3/4 of an acre for about 3.5 million. Right?
Yeah.
Today, 3/4 of an acre, unless you get into a JV, you may not be able to buy that acre of land. And what am I trying to say is that the real estate is where real value, you can be able to derive your real value for your money in the real estate.
That's really amazing, because the next thing was just, I wanted to now we dive into investment. Investment, for example, we will classify investment in different sectors. Like for example, there is me.
Yes.
Ukiniambia 1.5 million nakupigia nduru. You know, like I'm wondering where am I supposed to get that? But I need to be convinced why I need to invest
that money.
And then there is someone who has that 1.4 million and they're like, why land?
Why land?
You get?
Okay.
Why? Si ninunue gari, ninunue nyumba. Why land?
Why land?
So because there's two way of I thought I remember I told you about a story of back in the day when we were 20 years and we were being told land at 70. So I'm like, why land?
Why land?
You know, we had that money, but we were like, why land? So there are people like us, why land? And there are people like us, we really want to invest. I totally understand, I totally get why land. But 1.4, you get 1.4.
Let's even first of all run away from the 1.4 or any amount for that matter.
Yeah.
Let me go back so that I can help people understand.
Yeah.
I was not always an investor. There's a time where, yes, I was passionate, but still I made wrong decisions. And I woke up one day at the age of 30. I know you're not there. At the age of 30, and I was like, Jane, what have you done? You know, I looked back and was like, I have nothing. I have a beautiful car. I live in a big rented house.
Keyword rented house?
Yes, I was single, so a big rented house, 4 bedrooms with a DSQ.
And you're single?
Yes.
That's the life.
A beautiful car, you know. For me, I believed I would always drive German cars, so it was...
It's a thing, you know. It's a thing.
Yes. I started with a Peugeot 406, upgraded to a Passat, to a Mercedes. And this time, I did not have real assets. I did not have a house, so I was renting. So I woke up one day and I thought to myself, if I am fired today,
what do you have?
Where next? Nothing. So that was a wake-up call, and I decided to tighten my belt. And because we are talking to the young people, people who are your age, people who are in that age bracket of their 20s and 30s and early 40s, it's important to make the right decisions at the right time. I made wrong choices. I made up for them later. And my advice for people is don't yield to pressure. Yes. Because it's very easy for somebody to see Jackie's driving a Mercedes and decides, I'm going to drive a Mercedes. Yet they don't know the kind of income that you have. And that's the trap we find ourselves in. I found myself in that trap. I didn't really think about the future per se. So those are the wrong choices we make. Every time you get a salary increment, you upgrade your house, you upgrade your car, you upgrade your wardrobe, and it becomes a cycle that never ends. So my advice for people would be, wherever you are, everybody, if you're earning anything, there's an opportunity to save. And it's biblical to save. When you have something, there is what we call your seed and what we call your bread. Most of us, we eat both the seed and the bread. And a seed is always small, Jackie. Whether you're earning 20,000, you can take out a small seed. 10% of that is 2K. Put it away, because that is what will help you build your capability to invest. We are going back to the issue of investment. It's a journey. You start by saving. And saving is not saying niko na 50,000 wacha nione vile kutaenda then I'll save after baadaye nikisha lipa deni nilipe house nilipe this then I'll save. It will never work. The principle of saving is pay yourself first. What does that mean? Ukijua 50,000 inakuja, if possible, it should not even hit your account. It should go straight to the investment vehicle where you have purpose, whether it's a SACCO or any other vehicle, and preferably a vehicle that will yield you something like interest or dividends at the end of the year or whatever it is. But put away something religiously every month. Like now for you earn money. It may not be a salary, but you get money coming from different
outlets.
However much you get, whether it's 50, 100, 300, whatever it is, you have to tell yourself, out of this, 10, 20% I will put away religiously, without fail. Be happy to pay yourself first. Don't eat your bread and your seed together.
True.
The problem we have today, and I will say it so loud, is that we eat our seed. We don't invest our seed. Why do I have Amara Realty today? It's because I put aside my seed. When I was working, I came to the realization that I need to do something differently. I went crazy in terms of savings, and I started putting away money. We had a pension scheme, and there are many of you out there who have pension schemes, and it's good to make use of those pension schemes. If your company is giving you 10%, and you're putting away 10% towards the pension scheme, look at your salary, increase that, because that amount that you increase will make a big difference. Today, Amara is there because I increased what I was saving in my pension. I was able to pull out part of that and invest into what I'm doing today. So going back to the question of investment, the only way you'll be able to get to a point where you'll say, wamesema kuna land inauza 500, I can buy. It's because you have saved. If you have not saved, if you have eaten your seed tomorrow, you have compromised your tomorrow. Yes.
Wow, that's looking back at my life, I was like, it makes a lot of sense because as you know, I was doing a project, and by saving, through that saving, unajitanga in layman's language, kujinyima. Unajinyima so that in lazima, so that you know, for the better of nini. So just to finalize, let's tell us about Amara. Why people should invest in Amara, and what's there, what's in for people
who are investing in Amara. One of the reasons why you need to trust us as Amara Realty is that we bring in our projects, and first of all, we go through our projects so thoroughly. And as a director of Amara Realty and the founder, I have one principle, that I'll only sell that which I can buy. I will not sell that which I cannot buy. So if somebody else is selling a parcel of land in a certain place and I like the place, then I can buy in that place and sell to somebody else. If I cannot buy, I will not sell. That's principle number one. Number two is that we sell what we own. Selling what we own means that before we come and tell you we have this parcel of land that we are selling, we have bought it. The seller is off our back. And therefore, that is a guarantee that we shall be able to deliver to you the title for your land. Number three, we deliver our titles within 60 days. And most of the times we do it even earlier. All our customers who have bought, paid up, they get their titles in record time. And if you have bought a parcel of land and you have no title, then sometimes you don't even know whether that parcel surely does exist. So we ensure that we deliver your titles very quickly. Number four is that we specialize on selling 100 by 100. What is that? That is a quarter acre. And the reason why we do quarter acres is because we want to give people space to be able to do beautiful houses, beautiful gardens like what you can see at my backdrop. That's the reason why we do 100 by 100. A lot of people know 50 by 100. So what 100 by 100 means is actually two parcels of 50 by 100 together. That guarantees you a lot of space. So that's the reason why you should trust us as Amara Realty. We are guaranteed to serve you. And most of the people who come to our offices are like, wow, the customer service here, amazing. True. So if you want to experience top-notch customer service, come to Amara Realty.
So guys, there you have it. So this is their number, this is their Instagram account. Call them today if you want land Apale Ruiru East. Call them. Jane Mwenye, the director herself, amesema. So guys, so we will be saying goodbye, but of course you'll be seeing more. If not, go back to my YouTube channel. You'll see we did a whole video of Amara Realties and Amara Realty and everything, inclusive and plus Jane hapa amewambia. Here at Amara, we just deal with transparency, and that's why we have talks to Jane herself. So guys, until the next video, thank you so much for keeping us company. Till the next video, bye bye.